Hi there everyone, it's currently going into the 8th of May 2013, and well, the 7th of May, absolutely busy across the Western Pacific, also the Bay of Bengal. That's really what we're going to be touching in on today. First, I want to talk about the possibility of a tornado here in northern Japan, also looking at the volcano eruption that took place here in southern Luzon, heavy rainfall across southeastern China, and then the bulk of the update in the latter part of it is going to be talking in on the potential for tropical development there, just towards the southeast of India. First, I want to talk about the possibility of a tornado there in Shizuoka Prefecture. Now that is this prefecture right here, Tokyo off here towards the northeast. We had a few storms pop up though. Some did bring some hail. Actually, one town here along the bay saw a car overturn. Also, some damage to a few structures here. Not confirmed if it's a tornado or not, but regardless of it being a tornado or not, we definitely did see these winds. And actually, winds were recorded today gusting to 80 kilometers per hour. These are straight line winds. Even in the Tokyo, take a look at this, 23 meters per second. You're actually seeing those 80 to possibly 85 kilometer per hour winds. So it was absolutely gusty out here, as we like to say, skirt alert here into Japan. And having a tornado in Japan, not quite unheard of. Actually, if we look back a year ago today, or year ago on Monday, May 6th, Japan and saw a deadly tornado in Ibaraki Prefecture just north of Tokyo. So definitely the risk is there. But for today, though, clear weather coming in behind. That will be pushing off high pressure ridging in, sunnier skies, warmer air coming in from the south, temperatures getting into the 30s. Where we are also seeing temperatures in the 30s is across the Philippines, which is the second topic I want to dive into. Mount Mayon here in southern Luzon. Take a look at this ash cloud actually going up into the atmosphere. 500 meters, lasted about 73 seconds. There was a group of 27 people on the mountain when it exploded here earlier on in the day, mainly just an ash eruption, but nonetheless, actually, as you can see from the video, you saw this very far away. If we do see some rain showers, there is a risk of, or slight risk of lahars around the area, but there is a 6-kilometer evacuation zone around it. Unfortunately, that was not adhered by the people that were on hiking on it, and unfortunately 5 deaths did result. So yeah, definitely if you have an evacuation area, don't venture into it, especially if it's a volcano. But unfortunately, that was the end result. Southeastern China also seeing the heavy rains here due to an elongated trough of low pressure, and it's really going to bring some heavy rainfall. Actually, around Guangdong province, you saw about 150 millimeters of rain in just the past 24 hours. Still expecting yet more going through the next 48 to 72 hours as this trough continues to linger here into southeastern and also southwestern China. You have some moisture inflow causing some heavy rainfall and the risk of flooding there in Bangladesh. Well, according to Chinese authorities, at the very least, it is important for the public to prevent thunder and lightning. So, good luck on that. Going outside and telling the storm not to bring thunder and lightning. But next is a topic that everybody really is worried about here, and that is our little area in the tropics here just towards the southeast of Sri Lanka. It's actually combined with another area, Invest 94S, south of the equator, and really these two are conflicting with each other, to say the least. Both have an abundant amount of moisture. This one looks favorable for development, but it may suck in the moisture from the north, resulting in our one towards the north not to develop. Also, we're seeing some vertical wind shear around this system at this time, which is also keeping it at bay from a significant development. Actually, you can see upwards about 20 to 30 knots of vertical wind shear. If it pushes a little bit farther towards the north, though, much more favorable here. Possibility of a landfalling tropical system by the end of the week, at least according to some of the models. Let's first take a look at GFS, which, as we can see actually here on Tuesday, not much there. A little weak low pressure area, which is initializing actually rather well. But let's take a look through the end of the week. Here on Friday, and the Saturday, and eventually Sunday. Pulls it a little bit farther towards the east than we actually saw well, earlier on today, but then you can see it develop by early next week. This is Monday. Look at that, 990 HPA low. That's definitely the equivalent of a typhoon, possibly. Continuing to linger here and then pulls off towards the north. Now, if it does hit the east coast, definitely going to bring some heavy rainfall, at least a little relief from the heat, but it's going to bring the risk of storm surge, rainfall, flooding. Now, if it pulls as farther towards the north, vertical wind shear up here definitely should help out. So if it pushes a little bit farther into the Bay of Bengal, but as we've seen in the past, Bangladesh area, a landfalling tropical system. If it does maintain intensity, now this is by late or early next week, still long range, it could bring the risk of some, well, serious flood. But that is just that particular model, GF in the long range. Now as we take a look at the old no gaps model, well, it keeps the weak, pulls it off towards the north, skirts along the coastline, and keeps it, well, relatively weak. Also, we take a look at the European model. And you know me, and you know that is rather foolish just to look at one particular model. So European model, a very good and high resolution model, and I often do rely on it rather deeply. Thursday here, looking at that rainfall developing, likely going to be seeing the vertical wind shear less up, but take a look at this, into the weekend, it stays relatively weak and you don't see much there. You see a slight circulation by Sunday into Monday, but not much there. So right now, GFS being the most bullish on possible development here. No gaps are really a little bit weaker, and the European model, well, it keeps it on the bottom end of possible development. There's still a cyclone there developing up, or at least a cyclonic rotation. As we take a look at the winds, you can see it here just towards the east of Sri Lanka. Very, very weak spinning there, but that is nothing compared to, well, let's take a look at this at the same from the GFS model on Sunday. So a huge difference there. This one has been consistent. If the European model came on board, I would be all for the possible development of this tropical system. So right now, I'm a little bit skeptical, mainly because of the vertical wind shear over it, and it really hasn't consolidated just yet, but this is bath water out here. Extremely warm sea surface temperatures. Exhaust is definitely going to be there. Heat is here. Moisture is there. Vertical wind shear, well, that is really keeping it down right now. And actually, this is currently at the vertical wind shear yet again. You see over Sri Lanka here from the European model, higher up into the 30 knot range where the system is right now. We have that moisture as well in these blue areas, showing that high relative humidity, so it's combined with the vertical wind shear. Much drier off towards the north though, so this is going to have to pull in with it, and you could see some drier inflow, which is another reason why I do think the European model is backing off on the development of this, because as it does push north, it is going to hit this exceptionally dry air off there. So yeah, all of that is what is going on right now today, and as always, though, thanks for watching, everyone. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down in the comment box below. And stay safe out there. Have a great day.